Parliament made a resolution stopping Bank of Uganda from selling Uganda Commercial Bank. Mr. Mutevere went ahead and sold it.
The late?
The MPs were very furious. Majority of them were MPs. During a discussion with the president, now private, which I covered, I was still a journalist in Monitor.
Okay.
The president said, yes, you are very big people, important people, but you must understand our position as a country. He told them how a minister of state in the UK responsible for Africa had summoned both Mr. Museveni and Kagame to UK, and he told them that since this particular invitation is not official, I'll meet you at my hotel. And he said, see, if me, a whole head of state, I can be treated like that. Please don't be angry with Mutevere. This is about our country.
Was that somewhere around White Horse Inn in Kabale?
So that's what he told the MPs. I know you are angry. You are big people. But we have a country. Don't be too much angry with Mutevere. Let's think about the country. And he told them his personal experience as a head of state. And not one head of state, but two heads of state. So there is a bit of posturing, because historically, the NRM people will want the public to think that for them they are they are too strong, they cannot be shaken by anyone. In the past, you have seen NRM State House issuing a statement that President Museveni has landed in America at an airport exclusively for American friends. Before the American embassy came to say, no, we allowed every head of state to land at that military airport because it was convenient. So when it suits them, they are very close to these white, very bad people, white, that Ofono Opondo is now castigating. They are their close friends, and it is the reason they do many things. You remember here, when we went to Somalia, the Minister of State for Defense then, the Honorable Ruth Nankabirwa, said the main reason we went to Somalia was because there were guns coming through the corridor to Karamoja, destabilizing Uganda. When the UN rapporteur accused Uganda and Rwanda of supporting M23, Kuraije, speaking for the military, said, we are now going to leave you all in Somalia. So these people who act as mercenaries for white people, they cannot be here now castigating. They are just jokers. But let me focus on the main issues here. What are the Europeans saying that Uganda has not said? We had a 2-day debate in Parliament on matters of oil. Before even I forget, for you even went to court. You, Charles Mwangusha.
I did.
You went to court as a journalist asking this government to give you the agreements that they signed on behalf of Uganda. And they still refused. Even the courts refused. So they are not only hiding information from very bad white people. They are also hiding information from the citizens on whose behalf they are running the state. But going to the 2 days debate that we had in Parliament, issues of climate, especially to the affected areas mainly, were raised during that debate. Issues of them soliciting bribes were also raised during the 2-day debate. But also, the company in which he now serves, he doesn't know how much we fought with Mr. Museveni over that company. Because when we are making, I don't recall, yes, I don't, someone can remind me either it was Clause 40, when we said the oil agreements must be concluded on behalf of Uganda as the Uganda Oil Company, which has professional people. And Mr. Museveni insisted that it must be oil agreements must be made by him through his ministers, resulting into an NRM caucus meeting where they even had to take a vote. And he said, those for me, raise your hands. The issue now was who negotiates and concludes agreements on behalf of Uganda. For us in Parliament, we said professional people in the Uganda Oil Company. Mr. Museveni said, no, it is him through his minister. And now he asked the NRM MPs to take a vote. The
And his
vote
words
was
were
now.
those for me.
He said, those for me, raise your hands. They put up. In the caucus, he had been opposed by the Honorable Sechikubo and Tinkasimere and Leti Nevanda. And he said, those for Sechikubo, put up your hands. And they did, and he said, you will see what will happen to you. That's why the death of Nevanda became controversial. Because she was one of those four who had opposed those for me and those for Sechikubo. And the following day, she dies in the controversial circumstances. So what the Europeans, these very bad white people are raising are issues we have ourselves raised in Parliament on behalf of Ugandans. But these people who are hiding arguments from you are also hiding, even these arguments they bring in Parliament. I have looked for those arguments, I don't see them. Maybe on Monday I should begin and I'll give you feedback. Because sometimes they can bring them and take them away. You have seen the issue.
No, I am told that the arguments are resident in your library. Only that you can't photocopy